What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber die trying. You see the thumbnail. Simone Sanders. So the bitter educated woman. See, this is what happened. See, what had happened was I was watching the thing with Charlamagne the God, his show, right? Not really his show, but there's a clip of him with the vice president, and near the somewhere near the middle to the end of the interview, you hear somebody in the background talking. You know, And normally when you're doing a interview, especially in politics, they really have it down packed where they don't interrupt the interview in the middle of the interview, or if they do it one time, and they say, we have 5 minutes or something like that. They keep it real low. But you hear in the background like it's somebody being really just bold and brazen with being disrespectful. We got to go. I'm like, what the? And then a week ago, I saw the thing about Simone Sanders not being part of the White House staff anymore, right? They got rid of her. And I had to wonder when I looked at this interview and I saw the way Simone Sanders was acting, it's like, that's why they fired you. You did this interview and they fired you, or you were on your way out and you decided to just be completely out of pocket. Now, the disrespect, you know, is on 1,000 just because it was highly unprofessional. So for, to be educated and go to school and and work in politics, she knows good and well that was highly unprofessional. There's no getting around it. So that was problem number one. But then it made me think, about the old comment about nobody asks black men for their unsolicited opinions. And, her and her, let's just say, not taking care of her health properly. And then it started making me think about, the ladies, I went to school, I got an education, I got a job, so, I don't need a man per se. And some of those women, the majority of them actually don't take care of their health very well. And, that we were forced to work. I'm like, okay, you were supposed to not do nothing with your life and just sit down and do nothing because you were born, I guess, a goddess who says they're a god. I don't know. It's just stupid. But we got to this point where I got to admit that, a lot of these quote unquote educated women are just bitter. And now they can't help themselves about being bitter publicly. And this becomes the angry black woman. The angry black woman, the bitter black woman, the sassy, whatever you want to call it, the hood rat thing. It comes out, and now she got the fades, and it makes it look like a LGBT feminist type thing going on. And here's the problem. With all of these shenanigans going on, that's why nobody wants to be around you. So to have all of these complaints about society and what's going on in society and how, if you appeal to the black woman, that's all you got to do. The men are fallow. And then you get out publicly and you disrespect the men. And it's like, listen, because to me, her disrespect kind of started the process of Charlamagne and the vice president's animosity back and forth, because it was like, let's throw some drama into the mix. The vice, Charlamagne asking who's really the president, that was unprofessional too. That was silly. Come on now. And then turn around. That's who I want to see. Like, stop being passive aggressive. I don't like that in general. I've talked about it before. But this idea that you're going to go out into the world and you're going to go to school and get an education and be a jerk to people and then expect them to just let it slide all the time, and you can do it any and everywhere, that speaks volumes. And, people get mad at the interactions that a lot of the ladies are having in public spaces and on social media spaces where people can honestly look and say, And I'm not saying there are guys out here who aren't dumb and rude and ignorant. I'm not saying that, because there are. But you can tell the difference. Like, the ignorance is getting it went all the way to presidential White House staff. The bitterness went all the way up to the highest of highs. You go from 2 administrations ago, where you looked at the Obamas as classy. If you go low, we'll go high, right? To now, they're long gone, and now you got sisters in there just doing things that you just like. Nah, we can't have this around here. See, that's the attitude you have behind the scenes. That's not the attitude that should get caught on camera. She's acting more like Trump than people want to admit. But oh, it's just a mistake. No, no, no. That's you making you're making you're making your vice president look bad. You're making your president look bad, but you don't care. And for it to happen, on a platform that could be seen globally, of course, it's at the end of it, so people don't necessarily know. But at some point, that clip is going to come out, because she has a history of these bitter actions. And a lot of this stuff is, you don't like men, you dislike, you want to be with a man, you want to be a wife, but you want him to be the wife, and you don't want to be the husband, but you want to have the responsibility of a husband, but he got to pay the bills type, because you went to school, which makes absolutely no sense. But I'm gonna leave it on this one. And this is just too much of a norm at this particular point. Just too much of a norm. And it's just seen everywhere now. Like, yeah, that's how they are. And it's like, who is they? You know who they are. So not a good look. Not a good look whatsoever. But like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.